goes.
All right, let's go,
We're
Hornets. Let's advance
we're
to
ready to go.
contact. So what I want right now is everyone to keep your SCM speeds at around 215 and stay close to me.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're going.
All right, and I'll let the other guys
And I
know.
want you guys with me nice and tight. And I want you guys to not take the bait of just like going hyperspeed. And we're going to nail one guy at a time. Okay?
Copy.
Aristan's coming in. Okay, don't worry about Aristan. Go for Traveling Anvil. Let's accelerate a little faster. Go for Traveling Anvil. And then we'll get into the brawl here.
Check fire.
And we're in the brawl. Switch to Kai. So watch your targets. If you pick up a tail, call it out, and we can try and help out.
Shields hit.
Kai's disengaging. Durian, you got one on you. Raptor, I see him. Stay close. Don't get separated. Okay, he's gone. I see Aristan, yep.
Check fire.
Yeah, it's on me.
See Raptor again. I'm trying to clear your tails. Every time I see someone get dove on, I'm trying to clear that tail.
Oh, yeah, I'm being targeted right now. Yep.
Gillian, yep.
Yep, they're on me. Ooh, there it is.
Check fire.
Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, as soon as I catch one, they just slip away every time.
Shields hit.
Oh, Schlang's on me now. I'm getting primaried. Oh my god, the Hornet doesn't stand a chance, man. That's what I feared. Yeah, dead. I don't think we killed a single guy. And welcome back, everybody, to today's video. So this video is pretty interesting. We are testing the Anvil Super Hornet team versus a gang of light fighters, just to see where the medium fighters kind of stack up when it comes to the current game meta in 316. We're all running various different laser loadouts. We have no distortion and we have no ballistics, I believe. So we're just kind of running, you know, mono lasers on both teams just to kind of see how things stack up. But again, all the scenarios we're going to run, there is almost an unlimited amount of types of scenarios that we can run. So this one was mono lasers for 4 Super Hornets versus, I believe, 5 or 6 light fighters. It might be a little bit more, but the idea is we knew that we were coming in at a big disadvantage. So I knew right away, okay, it's unlikely that we're going to be able to win this fight in its entirety, but at least we can take out a few light fighters. But I don't think we killed a single one. And I kind of want to talk about why the medium fighters right now are in such a bad position. So when the fight begins, I'm kind of trying to keep my guys close together. We pick a target. We take the first dive on the target, and then at that point, it's into the furball, which means it's very likely that whoever gets engaged is going to have to somehow defend themselves. So we take the first dive on the Gladius, which takes a bunch of shots to his face, and I turn around here, and you can already see the furball is starting to happen, right? Now, you would think, or you would assume, as far as the advertisements for the Hornets go, that the Hornet would actually excel. The Hornet should excel in the furball, which means in the kind of close range furball type fighting, right? But you can see here, after the first laser load that I did against this Gladius, like, you just don't have the firepower to like do any kind of meaningful damage against the light fighters, because I even lit that Gladius up for a second round, and it just kind of blew right through me. And at this point, I believe the light fighter team was told specifically to kind of disengage against me because they didn't want to waste any fighters going down in any kind of duel when it comes to engaging the Hornets. And I believe the plan was to kind of, again, just like how we did with the Gladius's light fighters versus the Hurricanes, when you have the numbers advantage, I mean, that is probably the strongest kind of advantage right now, especially with this flight model, because the amount of time it takes you to secure a kill, again, right? I engage that light fighter and he disengages. So I got to try to stay with my team, and I got to try to keep peeling enemy fighters off the tails of my Hornets to try to keep them alive. But it's like fighting fire with oil. Like as soon as you try to put it out, you just end up making it worse. So it really goes to show, you know, the kind of completely ineffective position that the Hornets are in right now. I mean, the only truly effective loadout for the Hornet is a full ballistic loadout because of the time to kill being so ludicrously high with lasers. The light fighters can essentially engage with impunity, because even though I get close to the light fighter and I fire a burst out, he basically soaks it up, shakes it off, flies away, gets his shields back. And this entire time, the light fighters are kind of like piranhas in a fish tank. I mean, they're just picking one Hornet after the other, just one at a time. And there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that these Hornets can do in these situations. I mean, you don't have the acceleration to get away. You don't have the maneuverability to fight at close range. You don't have the firepower to kill the light fighter. And you don't have the shields to stop the amount of sheer ridiculous anger, rage, and hate that these things can put against you. So, you know, it was pretty cool to see the sheer ludicrous effectiveness of a gang of light fighters if they're coordinating well. And again, most of these people I train on stream, so I know these pilots know what they're doing, right? And see, now you can see that the pressure has switched to me. And I'm going to try and defend myself here, but again, it is fighting a losing battle, right? Look at a little kind of easy corkscrew to shake off some damage, which helps buy time. And you can see my MFDs, I've got no shields left. I'm getting consistently engaged by a gang of light fighters. I'm trying desperately to get some shots on target, but my kind of poor turn rate and poor jerk profile on the Hornet, it's just, again, it's fighting an impossible no-win situation. And then there goes the Hornet, right? So I have been pretty vocal about my decision to put the Hornet in a relatively low tier class when it comes to PvP, and I stand by that. I would love to see the Hornet return to form, but even with the armor that people claim, like, oh, you got to wait for armor to come out, you're not fixing the core problem with the Hornet. The problem with the Hornet is she doesn't do enough DPS to punish people if they get in on her. And quite frankly, even with the armor, I could have had twice the amount of hit points on my Hornet, and I still would have lost that battle miserably, because I don't have options to punish the light fighters that engage me, because I don't have the ballistic, like I don't have the DPS potential to kill the light fighter fast enough before the light fighter gang kind of swarms up on me and murders me. And it's not like I have tools to get away from the light fighter swarm, because let's be honest, the Hornet's not really a maneuverable platform. So regardless of armor, if the Hornet stays like this, I fear the Hornet will kind of be a bit of a meme. And that makes me a little bit sad, but we'll see what the balance switches to. But if you think bringing a gang of Hornets into a fight is going to end up in a victory, I'm sorry to tell you, you are going to get absolutely laughed out of the PvP arena, and a gang of light fighters are going to basically turn you into yesterday's meal. So, pretty exciting, guys. It was pretty cool to see. We're going to keep running scenarios. Again, if you'd like to be part of these scenarios, come join us on stream. Express your interest to join these things. We could do anything you could imagine. We could do 20 versus 20 if we have enough people. You know, we could do Gladiuses versus Arrows versus Hornets versus Canes. We could do every kind of situation, every kind of weapon loadout. I want to test it all. And I want to kind of bring it to you folks in video format, and so you can see in real time what's working and what's not. Unfortunately, the Hornet is not working. right? So if this was Mythbusters, the Hornets busted, baby. I was Avenger One, guys. I hope you take a look at Predator mounts, and if you're in the market for some awesome mounting systems for your joysticks, it's the ones I use. I think they're absolutely awesome. I hope to see you all out for stream to come take part in all the cool shenanigans we do. We always have a good time on stream, even though sometimes we have mental breakdowns. Yeah, from prison. We don't talk about that. But I hope to see all your smiling faces up for stream to come see me and the co-pilot. I was Avenger One, and I'll see you next time.